Okay, hey everyone, it is Thursday night and this is day 3 of the training that I have been doing this week. Monday night we did one, Tuesday night we missed last night because I had Bible study and I wanted you to kind of be marinating in the information. You should have gotten emails with the replay, and then tonight is the last day of the training, and something very opportunistic is happening tomorrow. So I'm going to tell you about that in just a minute. But first I wanted to just welcome you. And if you're new to my page here, I'm Dr. Nancy Stanley, and I'm going to talk about that in a minute, who I am and what I do. But basically, the last few nights I've been spending on here talking about my 90-day weight loss and strength training challenge, and how you can get access to it and what it is and how it can help you. So I think tonight I want to start off with this. I'm going to let a few more people jump in. We've got a few people already watching. Hey, Janice, good to see you. So if you're watching, I would love for you to put in the comments where you're watching from. Just a lot of prayers going up for the people really all over our country, but really in the, Midwest and up, North Georgia and up that way. I have children that live up in that area, so I'm definitely, concerned for them. One of them is actually going to come down here to South Georgia, and I'm happy about that because I really don't want her to be up there. They're probably going to lose power, so that's not a good thing. We were without power during the hurricane for 3 weeks, and it was very it was difficult. It was when it was warm, so we weren't worried about being freezing, but it was definitely so Janice from Vidalia, hey, good to see you, Janice. And Mary Carol, and let's see, where are you from, where are you from, Mary? Tell me on here where you're from. Okay, so we're getting a few more people. So I want to share a journey with you right now about that really is about many women just like you that embarked on this weight loss and strength training journey. These were women, and see if you can relate to this. Hey, Deborah, that were sluggish, they were frustrated, they were overweight, they didn't like the clothes they were wearing, they were embarrassed, they had just lost a lot of zeal for life. And how do I know that? Because that's where I was. I had gained 30 pounds and I'm a short person, so that really makes it worse. Pittsburgh Candace says, hey Kelly, good to see you. And well, it's not Steve, I forget, is it Deborah that's is on Steve's page or post? Anyway, but these women, I was struggling with brain fog. I was, just sleeplessness, just, all those menopausal, perimenopausal things. And I just, I was confused about what to do and to get my health back, to lose the weight, but also to get my health back, my sleep, and just, the brain fog and the stomach issues and just all the things. But what I did is exactly what you can do, is I took a step. And these other women, these 2,000 women that I have coached over the last 9 years, they took a step and they took ownership of their health. And their lives have not been the same. I mean, many of them have joined additional challenges because they had more weight to lose than they lost in the first 90 days. But a lot of them just like the support. They love the camaraderie. They love the community. And so I wanted to talk to you tonight about the third major obstacle that you are very likely facing, and we've already talked about it a little bit, that keeps you stuck. And stuck stinks, doesn't it? Yeah. it keeps you stuck. It keeps you on the roller coaster. It keeps you on the yo-yo. It's just difficult to move forward. And that is confusion. And the reason you're confused, it's not your fault. It's because of all that's out there on social media and all of these platforms. You know, it's GLP-1, it's injections, it's pills, it's shakes, it's workouts, it's cardio, it's CrossFit, it's Weight Watchers, it's, you know, all of these things. And you're just like, what should I try? And you probably have already tried a lot of those things. So with so much information out there, you just don't know where to start. And you know you need to improve your gut health. You're taking medicine for that. You know your sleep is not good. You know your joints hurt. You know your energy is low. You know your brain is not functioning at the level it should. And I've got a solution for that. And it's a tried and true solution. So I'm Dr. Nancy Stanley. I'm a seasoned life and health coach. I've been a physical therapist now for 47 years. I'm still doing physical therapy. I love it. I love helping people. And that's a big part of why I do this, is because I see women in their 50s, 60s, 70s coming in with back injuries, frozen shoulder. There's a reason for that. And it has a lot to do with insulin resistance and metabolic flexibility. It's very common in women, especially after menopause. You know, I see a lot of women with balance disorders. They fall and they, you know, have a fracture. You know, I say the 5 fatal F's for females over 50 are, first of all, fatigue, and that happens when we get to be insulin resistant, which we talked about that. Remember, I brought out my little cell and I showed you the little receptors on the cell for insulin, and how after eating so many carbs and so many meals a day that your insulin receptors quit working, so they can't open up the cell to let the glucose go in, because that is your energy source. And so you have low energy, you have brain fog, you have fatigue. So let me get back to the 5 fatal F's. Fatigue, and then it's going to be frailty, because you're not eating, you cut your calories, you're trying to lose weight, you're just not getting the protein you need, and so you're losing muscle, so frailty. And then it's going to be falls, so frailty is going to lead to a fall, and then a fatality, and I can't remember what number 5 is, but it's one of those in there. Falls, fractures. You're going to have a fall and then a fracture. And then only 35% of people that have a hip fracture after 70 survive the next year. So that's a very low statistic. So think about that. That's just not something we want to look at. So that's why I incorporate a lot of strength training and encouragement to move and do exercise, to eat your protein and get what you need to build muscle. Because after 60, I'm telling you, here's what happens to your muscle mass. It goes off the cliff, off the chart, but that can change. And I've seen it change in hundreds of women, and you're not any different. So I'd love to help you with that. But when you know what steps to take, then you can move forward with confidence, okay? And I've helped, like I said, over 2,000 women navigate this journey. And I know where the landmines are. I know the things that will get you stuck. I know the things that will cause you to relapse, so to speak. And I've spent the last 15 years studying weight loss and studying how to build strength, how to get muscles to work. And that's really the unique needs of women, especially premenopausal, menopausal, perimenopausal, postmenopausal. And that's what you're going to learn in the next 90 days. You're going to learn how to deal with, how to address those head on, not with calorie counting, not with hours at the gym on the treadmill, not with, not with meals that you don't really love, but with meals that you will love and enjoy. But here's the difference. It's meals that provide you with the protein you need to keep your muscle and build your muscle, and also with the necessary healthy fats and the healthy carbs. And so your body is going to be fueled like mine is. I'm 69 years old. My body runs like a well-oiled machine, and that is because I fuel it properly. And when you think about when you begin to shift and see food as fuel, that's when you're going to have success, and you're going to be able to move away from that late night snacking and those sweets. I just recently had a lady, one of my clients, we got on the phone, and she said, you know, Nancy, I can't believe that I'm not eating sweets, that I'm not craving those sweets. She said, I don't even have them in my house anymore. And she's lost 27 pounds, and she's doing great. So this method that I have developed is a proven method, and I have cracked the code for women, especially in postmenopausal. And I'm really excited to share this with you, because this last group I think I had 25 women, and all of them lost weight. Some lost more than others, depending on how astute they were with following the plan, but they all lost weight. And I do offer a risk-free money-back guarantee. If you don't lose weight in the first 30 days and you've done the program and you don't lose weight, then I'm going to give you your money back. So it's risk-free, really. So I'm really taking all the risk, okay? So let me just say that the solution, you know, we talked about confusion being the main reason people don't move forward. Well, the solution to confusion is always clarity. To get clear on what it is you want. You see my shirt here, it says, remember your why. That's one of the things we begin to talk about in the very beginning of the program, is what is your why? And I'm just going to go ahead and tell you, after doing 2,000 women, just saying I want to lose weight, that's not enough why. We got to dig a little bit deeper, and that's what we'll do. We'll spend the first couple of weeks talking about your why and how we're going to let that why pop into our mind and our heads when we're tempted at a birthday party or at a wedding or at a celebration or on a holiday. Those 25 women that I just had came through Thanksgiving and Christmas without gaining weight. So that is a big idea. So in my program, I provide it's really clear, step-by-step plan that will help you lower your insulin. Remember, I talked about that's the very first thing that keeps you from losing weight is insulin resistance. So you're going to lower your insulin. You're going to heal your gut, okay? You're going to clear your brain fog. You're going to sleep better. Your stomach is going to feel so much better, and you're going to build muscle and strength. You know, this forward slumping thing that you see women doing, we don't want that, do we? We want to stand up straight. We want to keep our energy. And, you know, when you think about the next 2 decades, so just to say you're 60 to 70, 70 to 80, I'm thinking about, you know, I'm 69 to 79. What is that going to look like? Well, I pretty much know what it's going to look like. It's going to look like 59 to 69, because I'm doing the things that I need to do to keep my body running like a well-oiled machine. And that's what I want to teach you. So you might be thinking, I've tried so many of these things before. How is this different? I'm going to tell you how it's different. It's different. Somebody just messaged me. It's different because it's personalized to you. I'm going to talk to you every day on an app. You're going to see me. You're going to see my coaching. You're going to see the other people in the group, and you're going to feel supported. That's what you're going to feel. And this method is backed by my years of research and experience, and it's a tried and true method. It's not a one-size-fits-all, that's for sure, but it's a tailored plan, and that's why I only have 25 people. So I've already had a few sign up, and so I'm offering tomorrow, starting in the morning. if you're going to get an email, and it's going to have these 3 videos that I've done over the last 3 nights. So the training, you're going to have that. If you need to rewatch that or you hadn't seen it, it's going to be there. But then you're going to have a link with an offer to book a call with me, all right? The challenge is going to start on Monday, so we will get on the phone and talk about if it's a fit for you. I did that today with a woman, and she joined because she said, she's 80 years old, and she said, I need to know how to keep my life. I feel like in the last year I'm losing my life. So, don't delay after, in the morning. Well, I tell you what, if you want to book a call with me tonight, I'm going to put the link in the comments as soon as I finish this, and you can get on my calendar and book a call. But we'll get on the phone and talk. You can message me, and we'll set a time. But I've got limited slots, so don't wait. And the first 10 people that sign up, I'm going to write them down. The first people that book a call with me and sign up for the program are going to get a special gift. It's a bonus gift, and I'll share that with you in the conversation. Okay. So again, I have a money back guarantee. So if you're thinking about, well, what if I don't? Well, if you don't, then you get your money back. That is provided that you lean into the program and do the program. But I never want a failure. I always want success, because a failure for you could mean you just decide that you're just not going to be healthy. And that's not what I want for you. I want you to be healthy. So you're going to learn how you can take control of your health. That's what's going to happen. And you're going to feel so empowered. You're going to go to that closet, and you're going to be able to go to the back of the closet and pull out some of those expensive clothes that you've been wanting to wear for a long time, but you just hadn't been able to get into them. And recently had a lady, she said, I put on a dress for Christmas party that I had not worn in 10 years. And she said it was perfect. So that's really what it's all about. That's kind of all I wanted to share tonight. But this is your opportunity to jump in and join me. And if you're on here and you've been in my challenge, would you please just in the comments, just put a comment about what your experience has been, if it was positive, and how it helped you, maybe learning about how to count your carbs, learning how to build muscle, learning how to count your protein, and different recipes, all those kinds of things. And I think one of the most important things we do is there's a piece in here where you learn how to do meditation, and you use that meditation app to help you kind of go within. Because, if you don't go within, you go without. And so going within means really digging deep into your why are you doing this, and that's what's going to keep you going, okay? So let me know where you're watching from, and let's see. Yep. I don't see anybody saying where they're watching from or asking any questions. Okay, I'm going to jump off now because I've got some things I need to do to get ready to get the email out for tomorrow. But message me if you have any questions. I'd love to answer your questions, and we can get on a phone call. Have a great night.